So by the time you're watching this, the Downer Rugby League World Cup Nines could be over and done with, in which case, congratulations Australia on winning the men's and women's events. But Rugby League in short form has been around for hundreds of years, if we go back to the world of rugby union, which of course, before 1895, we were just rugby, and they had sevens in Scotland. But Rugby League Sevens has been a thing for a while. Here's some programmes, as you can see, and it was a great opportunity. Pre and post season, especially at Leeds and Wigan, those were the most famous of tourneys. You stick some young players out with some older names, give them experience and a chance of winning silverware. Look, that's Darryl Powell. What's he doing there with the Wigan Sevens trophy? Is that Mark Aston? Looks like him. Not just trophies, but big money as well. £2 and 5 shillings each for losing. Not bad. So sevens is a thing, tens was a thing briefly, and nines is a thing. We had the Auckland Nines a few years ago in Australia, well, in New Zealand really, and the Carnegie Floodlit Nines. I think Wakefield won that, so that's good. Count that on your honours. And the British Coal Nines. Look at this, 1987, going back to the first renewal, if you will, of this competition. Only played twice, with highlights on Sports Night. You remember Sports Night with Des Lynam and David Coleman, Steve Ryder? Rugby League was on it, amongst boxing and greyhound racing and stuff like that. Well, this was going to be the next big thing, of course, with a prize pool of £25,000. British Coal was certainly excited. Their Director of Sales, Martin Cruttenden, said, "We're excited at the prospect of being involved in this latest venture by the Rugby League, and I feel it's an appropriate way to promote our image. Rugby League's an exciting, robust sport with a healthy future, and that reflects the prospects for the British coal industry. It's very much part of the new face of British coal, the slogan of the industry, major advertising campaign and sales drive, which has just been launched." 1992 felt a long time away from 1987, I guess. So some interesting teams took part in this first British Coal Nines. Castleford took on Hull Kingston Rovers, and you had Warrington versus St Helens in a pair of, games you'd see now, Luke fixtures, we could call them. And then you had the Cosmopolitan ties as Auckland took on Halifax, some famous names in both lineups, and Wigan taking on Papua New Guinea. This is the days of pre-Stanley Jean, which you kind of forget happened these days. I was surprised he's not still playing. That Wigan lineup, Sean Edwards, Andy Gregory, Ellery Hanley, Sean Wayne. It's not a bad 5-8 there, is it? Not only was there a men's competition, there was a ladies' exhibition, because they weren't called women back in the 80s. As Crossfield Ladies of Warrington took on the Guiseley Angels of Leeds. Now, I don't know how much money they earned in this one, because obviously all the money went to the men. There's some interesting jobs there. Schoolgirls, of which, of course, there are still some involved in Women's Super League these days. Seamstresses, don't know if any of those still exist, to be honest. And a French polisher and a part-time model. Rugby League, everybody. Now, Women's Rugby League is an interesting thing to talk about, as we know. And Paul Wilson of The Independent says, "I intend to suspend judgment on the ladies until I've seen them in action. You'll notice I spared you from the fairly obvious line in ribaldry, which runs from hookers to communal baths, taking in shirt swapping at the end of the game." And of course, when you turn the page, you get the cartoon, which has jokes about shirt swapping and sharing a bath with the ladies. Well, it was 1987, and that was funny back then. That's the British Coal Nines. A precursor, if you will, of what we're enjoying, have enjoyed, going to enjoy in Australia, and hopefully England go on to glory. And if not, it's one of the Pacific nations or somebody else random, maybe the USA. Let's hope. Could be a big boon for the game in North America. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the competition. And don't forget to check out 4020 TV on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter for more content. Like, subscribe, share, and do all the things you need to do. But most of all, enjoy your rugby league.